Hi everyone, isn't it great to be here and to see the doors of Trinity open? We're all ready for opening on the 30th of August. I'm really looking forward to being able to worship here at Trinity and with everyone online on Zoom. This little video just shows you what the church is like at the moment and what we need you to do to help keep everybody safe. When you arrive at Trinity, you'll notice that all the doors are open so that the ventilation is as best as possible. If when you arrive you see the sign out saying that we're still preparing the building, please wait outside for the stewards to invite you in. Please queue to the right. There'll be markers on the floor at 2-metre intervals. Please queue to the right and then down the side road. If you're coming to all-age worship, so you're coming as a family, you'll be in the large hall at the back of the building. Please go down the side and queue on the markers at the end of the side road. Later on in this video, you'll see what the large hall is set up like for you all. When the stewards invite you in, please come into the building. The first thing we ask you to do as you arrive is to sanitise your hands and then to put on a face mask. It's now a government requirement that those coming to places of worship wear a face mask. I'm not wearing one at the moment so that we get the best video recording. So sanitise your hands, put on your face mask. If you have any of the symptoms of COVID, a high temperature, a persistent cough, a loss of taste or smell, please stay at home and follow the NHS guidance to protect everybody. If you need to use the church toilets, the toilets are available and there are signs on the door about what you can do to keep them clean for everybody else. But it might just be easier if you go to the toilet before you leave home. Once you've sanitised your hands, follow the one-way arrows into the building. You'll be directed by the stewards as to whether to come in through the left or the right door, depending on who else is already seated in church. There will be a steward stood here at a safe distance from those coming in. They will ask you your name and maybe your telephone number. If you're a member at Trinity, we already have your telephone number. If you're a visitor or from another church in the circuit, we'll need your telephone number. We're required by law to keep that information for 21 days so that should the government track and trace system need to know who's been here, we can provide them with the information. As you'll see in the foyer, there's no paper to collect, there's no collection plate. There will be a collection plate if you wish to give in cash, but we would encourage you to give via standing order or cheque, which you can send to the church office. Once you've given your contact details to the steward, please then go in the door you've been directed into, again following the one-way arrows. When you come into the sanctuary, you'll notice that the pews have got green ticks or red crosses on them. There will be a steward directing you where to sit. I'm afraid you can't choose your own seat. You will need to sit in the seat furthest forward that is available. If you come as a family unit, then you can sit together, but it may mean that the space next to you needs to be left empty. Again, the stewards will guide you on that. So please come in and take the seat that is next available for you. Once all the seating spaces downstairs are taken, we'll need to use upstairs. We will save a few seats downstairs for those who are not able to use the stairs. So if downstairs is full, but you can't use the stairs, please say to one of the stewards. The stewards will then direct you up this side. Again, following the one-way system. When you get upstairs, there is a one-way system like there is downstairs. Please follow the one-way system and sit where there are green ticks. Filling in from the end of the balcony, round this way. Once this side of the balcony is full, we'll invite you to use the seats at the back. Then these seats. And then finally the seats at this side of the balcony. The service will be led normally by a worship leader and a preacher, and they will stand in these two positions at the front of church with a clear marking between us. Everything you need will be on the screen. Sadly, we can't sing at the moment, but we will continue to show the videos that we've been showing on Zoom. You'll be able to listen if you're here in church, but sing along if you're on Zoom at home. There will also be the possibility for us to hear in the sanctuary here the voices of those on Zoom. If during the service you need to leave the sanctuary, please follow the one-way system. If you leave during the service to go to the toilet, please use the toilets, go out the one-way system and back in the back of the building, and then take the next available seat at the back of the building. You'll also notice here in church that there are no Bibles in church. If you want to follow the Bible readings, please bring your own Bible with you that you can then take home. At the end of the service, you will be asked to leave the building in order, and the minister or the worship leader at the front of the church will tell you who to go first and in which order. Please then follow the one-way system through the doors at the front of church and out the side door. As you leave the building, please sanitise your hands again. At the end of the service, you will be invited to exit from the back first, then this side, and then the people over the far side, and to use the other stairs and to exit through the front door of the building. If you're coming to church as a family, you're going to be here in the large hall. The current rules mean that children can't go off with leaders on their own. So families will be together worshipping in the large hall with Isaac and the team. Like the front of church, when you arrive, please queue up here on the marked spots 2 metres apart. And then when the team are ready to welcome you, they'll welcome you into the building. When you come into the building, we've set a one-way system up. Please come in and follow the system. There are markers on the floor to show you which way to go. As you come in, please get all the family to sanitise their hands. The sanitiser is at an adult height, so we don't end up with lots on the floor. Come this way into the small hall. Please leave any buggies that you've brought with you here in our new buggy park. And then follow the arrows into the large hall. You'll see when you come into the large hall that there are a number of tables set out, 1 per family. A member of the team will be stood here and direct you to the next table they wish you to use. The tables are all at 2 metres apart. If we don't have enough tables, we praise God and we'll open up into the small hall as well. On each table will be an activity pack just for your family. Everything in that pack will only be used by you and your family members. At the end of the service, please leave the pack on the table and the team will sanitise it, ready for the week after. At the end of the service, members of the team will have to ask you to leave 1 family at a time, and you'll leave through this door. This is the same one-way route that you'll use if a member of your family need the toilet during the service. The toilets to use are these ones in the foyer, and on the doors of the toilet are instructions about how you can use them safely for yourself and for everyone else. When you're in the toilet, slide the slider across so that only 1 family is in the toilet at once. As you leave, please continue to follow the one-way system. Sanitise your hands again as you go, every member of the family, and then leave by this door on the other side of the foyer. If you've come with a buggy and you've left it in the buggy park, 1 member of the family will need to go through the small hall and out the other way in order to use the ramp. But at that point in the service, there shouldn't be anybody coming in. As you leave the building, please head straight away. Be aware of those coming out from the large hall at the same time, and please do not gather in groups outside the church. I really hope that this video has shown you what it looks like inside church at the moment. Shown you that we've done everything we can do to make it safe for everybody to come together and worship God. I invite you now to think about what's right for you. Whether it's to come here on a Sunday morning and praise God from the sanctuary or the large hall, or to join in on Zoom. What's important is that we worship together, one congregation in many places. Please do come along to worship, here at Trinity or on Zoom, to praise our amazing God together. If you've got any questions or queries, please speak to me or one of the stewards. And when you arrive on the first Sunday you come here to Trinity, there'll be lots of people around to help you have a really safe and amazing experience of worshipping